Hey Fish Fam, this is Nikachu Merfolk Master. I'm here with my brother, and we are back. We're back with the gameplay thanks to the I don't know.
This is attempt number 5.
Almighty might of my brother's 7-year-old computer. He's very proud of it. It's a quad core. Can you say anything else about your computer?
No.
It's gonna do something, alright? In the beautiful 720p that we've got here, we are gonna keep the Merfolk content rolling while I still wait for my new computer, my new supercomputer on the way. If you want to see how Merfolk is played in today's modern metagame without Lurrus, because we're not playing with Lurrus this week, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Before we get into our deck tech, we're going to thank our sponsors, starting with themanabase.com. And with articles and videos on Commander, Standard, Modern, and more, the Manabase is your home base for everything Magic the Gathering and the MTG Mastermind, the coaching program where you can pick the brain of really good master-level players who win Grand Prix, go to the Players Tour. If you want to get feedback from that quality of a community, go check out the MTG Mastermind. And I've got new patrons supporting me on Patreon. Also, just a lot of people upgrading their pledges. Thank you all so much to help support the channel and help pay for the new computer, which is just I'm gonna go through thousands of dollars for this thing. Canadian dollars, that is. Oh man, the Canadian dollar to American dollar is just awful right now. It's like one American dollar is like $1.42 Canadian. It's brutal. Oh, it's brutal. But which means the American dollar goes much further. So I would very much like to thank Eric Westland. I'd love to thank Ben Mason. I'd love to thank Hobo DM, who raised his pledge on Patreon. Thank you very much, Hobo. Samantha Schwartz, thank you for raising your pledge on Patreon. We're going to thank Kyle Capellan, who also raised his pledge on Patreon. We're going to thank new patron Neil Amundsen. New patron Ken Russo, thank you very much. We'd like to welcome Ben Braun. We'd like to thank Owen Wald. We're going to thank Namo. We're going to thank very much to John Jacobs, who raised his pledge on Patreon. We're going to thank Martin R. We're going to thank Cristiano. And lastly, we're going to thank Joan Carrasco. Thank you all so much for your support on Patreon, especially in this trying time, where also my channel is in a bit of a crisis. It's very hard to get gameplay going on, and you have no idea. I mean, the videos are coming out right now, but we had planned the videos coming out like way earlier in the week. My brother's been coming over every single day. Some nonsense has happened in the creation of the content. This computer could not stream on Arena for shit at all. It was not going to happen. And then we tried making it work on Magic the Gathering Online, and it overheated, so we needed something else. And we wanted to do it 1080p, but we're going to be on the safe side. We're going to go to 720p. We're going to have a flashback 10 years ago. You know, it's like watching content a long time ago. It shouldn't change very much if you are on a mobile device. So we're going to try to play without Lurrus. A lot of people ask me, Nikachu, do we need Lurrus? Do we need Lurrus to be competitive in Modern Merfolk? And I don't think so. I don't think so. But I've never. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out today, because the thing is, I really want to play with Master of Waves. Master of Waves is going to be good against the Death Shadow decks, the Jund decks, the Grixis Delver decks, the Burn decks. So there's a lot of archetypes where Master of Waves is going to really take over. I want to be able to play with 4 copies of Master of Waves in today's modern metagame, the Lurrus metagame. So I think Master of Waves is good, but if you play with Master of Waves, well, now you cannot play with Lurrus. So that's the downside. But I think the upside to Master of Waves will compensate for the downside. Not to mention, I think the speed of Simic is still worthwhile in today's metagame. Like the Yorion decks, these value-based blinking things, you need to kill them as soon as possible. That's where Commander Speaker is going to come in. And it's very hard, like... Lurrus is a black/white hybrid creature, and it's very hard to splash the 3rd color in Simic. I don't think it's worth it. It's possible, but the more painful you make your mana base, the worse you're going to get against the burn decks, which are really popular right now. So I actually want, I'm not even playing with 4 Waterlog Groves. I've gone down to 3 here. We're going to try to play it with 3. Save ourselves a little bit of life. But still be aggro against all those control decks, the Yorion companion decks, and also the Gyruda combo decks. you still want a good clock against them as well, while still being able to grind out the grindy decks with Master of Waves. And mind you, even if our opponent has Lurrus, who cares? We've got Chalice of the Void. Chalice on 1, you can't recur things very well. Chalice on 2 is basically over. So I think that's going to be very, very good. And Dismember, I think Dismember is well positioned. Not good against the burn decks, but good against basically everything else. I mean, it kills Lurrus, kills Yorion, kills Tarmogoyfs, Death Shadows, Delver of Secrets, that new flying fairy dragon. So there's a lot of targets for Dismember right now. I don't want to not use it, so we're going to use it in this build. Again, we're still playing with 3 Spreading Seas. I don't think... Spreading Seas still doesn't seem to be the best in position. I mean, I'm just basically using it to get Island Walk. You can make a good argument for just putting all the Spreading Seas in the sideboard at this point. I mean, look, you know Spreading Seas is in trouble when you're not even playing the full 4 anymore. So, I mean, it's basically purely for gaining Island Walk. I mean, it's possible this is a mistake. Maybe I should just have 4 Master of Waves in the deck. Like, this isn't good against Yorion or any of the Grixis Lurrus decks. But it's still good. It's still okay against Burn. So, for a sideboard, we're playing with 2 Force Negation, 2 Deprive. I think these are some balanced sideboard cards. I don't want it to be all in on Force Negation, because I still want Deprive to counter things like Uro and potentially Lurrus, so I think Deprive is still worthwhile in the sideboard. Grafdigger's Cage mostly for Neoform, but a little bit also for the the control decks, so that they can't play Uro from the graveyard. And what else do I want to play Grafdigger's Cage for? Dredge, there we go. Can't forget about you, Dredge. Same thing, Relic of Progenitus is also for those control Uro decks. Damping Sphere, well, I'm missing something.
Dampening Matrix?
Damping Matrix, why is that here? What, did our changes not come into effect? We,
Oh, and don't forget, the W key is auto-tap mana.
Ooh. Oh yeah, that's right. We're gonna play with auto-tap mana. So hold on, I have like one too many of these cards somewhere. Damping Matrix. That's weird that it, I hope this is the deck that I intended to play. I think it is.
Yeah.
No, it's not. There it is. Yes, I split the Brazen Borrowers. I forgot about that. Okay, so this should be the deck. This is the deck that we're playing today. And the reason that we're doing stuff like this is, well, first off, we don't need to fear, like, Ensnaring Bridge Game 1, so it's not so necessary to have Brazen Borrower, but I do want to have more Master of Waves because of the red decks. So I thought I had this all set up before this video started, but it looks like Magic the Gathering Online, like, didn't save it for one reason or another. I don't understand. Or maybe it's because we didn't actually log off. The whole computer just shut down. So this should be closer to what I really intended to play. And we got the 3 Damping Matrix. Why? Because it's good against Hardened Scales Affinity. It's good. Hardened Scales Affinity is rising up. Devoted Devastation is rising up. This card is very good against both of them. Shuts down their entire strategy. And also Damping Matrix. I mean, you can bring it in against Urza. You can bring this in against Neoform. Okay, you have Damping Matrix. You can't do anything with your Grizzlebrand except attack with it. And you know what? We have answers to that Grizzlebrand. With this and Merfolk Trickster, so we can still tempo out a Grizzlebrand if it comes out. So this actually looks much closer to the actual deck. So I hope you judge the deck at this point, not before. So with that, let us get into today's Modern League. We won the die roll. Sounds fine. I'll keep it. It's a bit weird, but like at least it's an Ether Vial hand with Lords. Our opponent is mulliganed. They have revealed. Ooh, Gigantha. So we are up against what appears... Actually, this is a pretty interesting piece of information. Well, why doesn't it show me?
Are you allowed to do that in these side cards?
Huh?
I'm not sure I've ever seen you expand the view of a side card before.
Yeah, I should be able to. Whatever, it's not working for some reason. Okay, so let's try this auto tap thing. Is it W? Oh, hold on. I have to pull W first.
Wait, if your
Did not work.
If your deck wasn't saved, maybe all your key bindings weren't saved either.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, maybe they didn't save my key binding. So what's going on here? Hopefully it did. Oh, it most definitely did not. Okay. Hopefully I don't play too slowly here. I'll have to...
Z, for me, Z is pass.
Well, that's good to know because Z is like what I use to zoom in on things. Humans. Oh, so we're up against humans. So this hand is not too bad against humans, actually. What do we start with? It's not too bad, but at the same time, you know, I heard some of them are using Gigantha.
I think Q for me is zoom in.
That's unfortunate. So I have to just... Okay, what's the difference between Master of the Pearl Trident and Lord of Atlantis here? Well, they can't play Reflector Mage next turn anyway, so it doesn't matter. But really, if they Reflector Mage the Master of the Pearl Trident, that's not good because we can't cast more. So our hand is like it's fine. The only thing that makes it bad is the Waterlogged Grove is going to deal a lot. Like we're going to get dealt like at least 3 or 4 points of damage easily. Maybe they'll return the favor. Human creature.
See, this is where the Ornithopters would be good.
I don't think so.
Mantis Riders have no chance.
No chance.
I think Q for me is zooming in.
Yeah, you're right. We're still locked on my opponent's settings. Okay, so our opponent's trying to... Oh, they don't know how this works. Well, they did it wrong. Oh, okay, I thought they were going to play Thou's Lieutenant. That's fine. So fortunately, because we have so many merfolk, we can just attack freely into both of these. What's your pass until end of turn button?
Oh, I don't think I even have one of those specifically bound. It's probably default.
Oh, you definitely have it, but... Okay, good. I have Lord of Atlantis here, so they don't know which one... So now we're a little bit diversified against... What's it called? Actually, they could trade here if they wanted to. But the trade is fine, because we're like way ahead on board. And we are... Just gonna play this, I guess. Deal as much damage as possible.
Poof!
I mean, they don't have to play around like Harbinger of the Tides or crap like that, but hopefully that's not a big deal. The fact that we were on the play probably makes a big difference. If they do not have a third land for Reflector Mage, I feel pretty good about this game. Might feel differently if they play like Thou's Lieutenant. It's a Phantasmal Image Thou's Lieutenant, but whatever. Alright, so that's not too bad.
It's not enough.
Because we're going to attack for 18 damage next turn.
He is not. Humans just has a bad start here. Yeah. Spreading Seas, come on.
No, Spreading Seas is no good. They got a Thalia out. I can't... Spreading Seas has attacks. Whoa. No. Okay, now we can pay the tax. Okay, the good thing about this is now I don't take damage. So Thales Lieutenant comes out. This gets to a 5/5. That's not a big deal. We still trade. Here we go! Not impressive right now. Although if they bounce something and use this, that may... Well, we still have the Ether Vial, I guess. Master of Waves. Good name. It's pretty good.
It's not in your hand.
But anyway, they're going to get hit really hard here. We are basically... The game's basically over. Like, this is just too much. All the blocks are terrible.
You didn't know about that other part. Try that.
No, they will soon. That's not really a good block because it's still going to be a 2-for-1. Well, I guess from their perspective, they're like, I can't play around anything. So they have to just hope that I don't have another Lord.
Surprise!
Yeah, surprise! Got him.
6/6.
Look, 3 life. We're at 18. Never have I seen this against humans in a very long time. So I heard like some versions of humans are playing with Gigantha. Like, why not? It's free.
And that just adds one of every color.
Yes. Not that it's useful. It's just being used as a random 5/5 creature, just in case you flood out. And they get like humans does have a lot of mana available to them. They've got like they have many 19 lands, 4 Noble Hierarch, 4 Aether Vial. That's very poorly timed. So we got 2 draws next turn because of our Waterlogged Grove. They're still on defense. They got 3 mana up now though, so that's Reflector Mage territory. Do we have anything at 3 mana?
No,
really, I should really just pitch the Waterlogged Grove and see what happens. Yeah, let's have more information. I'm still probably gonna attack all out here. Like Reflector Mage will make something. Ooh, it's useless. So Reflector Mage. Actually, Reflector Mage isn't gonna do much because I'm just gonna replay the creature. So I'll still have 3 5/5s attacking. Our opponent has to make very bad blocks. I'm not playing the Mutavault. I don't want to give my opponent more information. Okay, no Reflector Mage. Maybe Mantis Rider?
Or just desperation mode.
I guess pass priority. I think you should... I think they do have Reflector Mage. They're just gonna die? Guess I die? Okay, I get it. They're just bluffing Reflector... Oh no. Something's happening. What do you want to do? Just do it. Okay, there's a Reflector Mage. But I think you should play this pre-combat. Right? Me replaying this thing doesn't change anything. So you have to bounce this. I'm feeling pretty good about that. How do you feel about this?
You won. Round 1.
No, game 1 of round 1.
No, there's rounds and matches. Matches the whole thing. Rounds is the individual games.
No, rounds and matches are the same thing. This is a game. A game is the individual thing. Don't mislead the viewers. My brother's not a professional. I am the professional. He's a viewer, just like you are.
Okay.
So he has the best seat in the house. I'm not even gonna wait for. Just gonna replay this Lord.
I thought Reflector Mage bounced all cards at the same time.
Nope, that's Deputy of Detention. You see, this is the type of person you were about to take advice from.
Or Detention Sphere.
Yes, or Detention Sphere, but they prefer the creature. Okay, come on, hurry up. I don't think our opponent's multi-queuing. I think they are just legitimately... I don't know if they're like super familiar with Magic Online. But hey, we started off really slowly because apparently I'm playing under my brother's settings. Yeah. Okay, what do we got for humans? I don't think we got... Ooh, this looks awful. Just plain awful. Got that? No, it's not card view. I don't even know why pile view exists. It's terrible for viewership.
Some people like it.
Yeah, apparently. So, cards that are... Okay, well... Honestly, I don't actually like Brazen Borrower in the matchup. It's too clunky. It ended up being too clunky. But we'll bring it in anyway. Master of Waves is great. Chalice is not good. We don't really have a lot of things to bring in. This thing's trash. Maybe Force Negation on the draw. I might bring in some Force Negations on the draw. Like, what am I taking out? Chalice of the Void. Maybe that's all I have to do. Bringing in 2 Force Negations on the draw is not crazy, just to nail
Aether Vial.
their Aether Vial. But also, you occasionally will hit a Dismember, too. I say occasionally because, I mean, they can just play it on our turn. And then Force Negation is dead. Like on the draw, and it's fine on the draw because we're playing with 8 cards. We're playing with basically 8 cards because we got the extra draw from the draw step. But what do I want to get rid of? I guess just the Brazen Borrower I'd be willing to part with. Or even Spreading Seas. Like, one of the reasons I went down to 3 Spreading Seas is, like, it feels so clunky against humans right now. Especially on the draw. Like, we didn't need Spreading Seas. A lot of games that I win against humans because I just completely overpower them with creatures, just like you saw in that game. That was a great example of, you know, when we beat humans. And Spreading Seas isn't always part of that equation. Spreading Seas is just good in the games where there's this board stall because the board is getting clogged up with big creatures on both sides. So Spreading Seas is good there, but it's a small portion of games. But at the same time, I don't really want to bring this card in. I'm like looking for my Hushbringers. Where's my Hushbringers? And I'm like, oh yeah, we're not splashing white. I don't love it. We'll play it. Humans is just a tough matchup. I think right now, if you have the option, if you have the ability to play something like Hushbringer, that will go a long way. This hand's terrible.
It's amazing.
You still have that Giganta. Didn't do very much for you in the first game, in my opinion. Look, we have all 5 lands to cast our Silvergill Adept. This hand sucks too.
Well, they mollied. I would keep this.
They capped. This hand's not
You got
good.
2 creatures.
We do.
A card replacement source. You got something to nail whatever early on. That Dismember can just whack that champion.
Come on, we can do better. Yeah, we can do better, and they mulliganed, so we can do better. This is I can keep this. Keep. We'll put Cavern of Souls and this is honestly not great either, but I can live with this. I guess we can put the Brazen. Well, okay. If I put Mutavault on the bottom, I can't cast Brazen Borrower. I put Brazen Borrower on the bottom. I still need probably another land to play Mutavault. And that's not true at all. Okay, I'll get rid of the Brazen Borrower. I was thinking, like, if I want to keep playing Lords off my Botanical Sanctum, then I'm never attacking with Mutavault. So this hand is poor because, like, we don't really have anything to do on the draw. Oh, sorry, we're gonna be basically passing the turn on turn 1 on the draw. That's not where you want to be. So this has got to be Champion of the Parish. Turn 1, Vile or Dismember would be very good.
Well, you had that twice.
No, not Vile and Dismember.
Oh.
Did I have it twice?
No, yeah, well, you had to Dismember twice.
No, I just had the Dismember in the second hand.
No, you had them both.
It was Silver Gillidat, 5 lands. What was the last card? Dismember?
Yeah.
Whatever. That's not a good hand.
You'll see
The second hand is harder. The problem with the second hand that I didn't want to keep it as had no power. Like, if you want to beat the humans matchup, it's not through tempo, it's through brute force power. Always. They will tempo us out. Eventually. That's not good news. So my plan so far this game is we're going to be on defense. Silent Cleansing? Or Clearing? Well, okay, that's some good news. Alright, so they drew that. Ether Vial at this point is good news to me. Good question. Silvergill Adapt or...
Yeah, card draw.
Yeah, but the creatures don't get chunky very quickly. And the way my hand is, if I draw another blue spell, I can play Silvergill Adapt off of the Mutavault later. Whereas if I play Silvergill Adapt now and I keep drawing like Merfolk Mistbinder and Lord of Atlantis, then I have nothing to cast with this Mutavault when I hit turn 4. You always got to consider how you're going to cast your spells in the future. Because you really want to curve out with Merfolk. Was this Mantis Rider? Am I going to take 8 damage? I could. Go to 10? It's probably not a good idea. I probably have to block this. I think maybe I have to like take 1 shot. What are they going to do?
Ornithopter.
Attack with everything? They attack with everything. I wish they didn't give me the option to block here. So if I block, I take 6. I'm on a 2-turn clock. If I don't block... I think I don't block, and then I have to hope that I can race this Mantis Rider.
Oh, he's only got one card.
Because this is still a 4-turn clock. Spreading Seas is useless. Let's say you have nothing in hand. So like we're sort of because I had nothing to do on turn 1. That's how we got rolled here. And now I'm starting to consider what is the best way, or what is our only way of like racing this situation. I could play a Lord of Atlantis, attack for 3. If they block with Mantis Rider, that's fine. That's like something we can't deal with anyway. If they don't block, at least we get in damage. And then if they don't draw a creature, they attack for 6, we go to 4, and I can block this Champion of the Parish with this Lord of Atlantis. And maybe we can... And then we get another turn off of this Mantis Rider. Oh, it's asking so much that they don't draw another human, because they're going to have at least 2 draw steps with this Silent Clearing. And also, if I play Lord of Atlantis first, I need to draw Merfolk in order to place Silvergill Adept. Well, another option is I could play Silvergill Adept right now and potentially block these 2, but then I still have no plan on winning the game after I've taken 3 damage from the Mantis Rider. Okay, how about this? I'll still play Silvergill Adept. And maybe we'll still be on blocking duty. Because this Mantis Rider still is quite a few turns away from killing us.
Aether Vial.
And maybe we can draw, what's it called? Not Aether Vial, I want like Merfolk Trickster. Merfolk Trickster, alright. Okay. But that means I can't attack this turn. But that's okay. Oh no!
You got 3 lands.
No, I should have played the Botanical Sanctum. This thing is going to come into play tapped next turn. That sucks. So I can only I don't have an extra blocker. Oh, that was a blunder. Modern's a tight format.
Okay. He's sacking.
That's good news.
You drew a land, bitch. Resign. Oh shit.
Something's happening. Resign.
Ouch.
Okay, that's not good, just because it is just a random thing that will buff up the champion. So I can't trade with Silvergill with this champion anymore.
What do you name? Lord of Atlantis.
Lord of Atlantis, good name, because we showed it to them. Genius! Oh, you don't want to trade the champion for the Silvergill Adept? Take 7.
He's like, what is he doing? He's not gonna block.
I'm doing what I'm trying to do. See, if I play Botanical Sanctum last turn, then I can play Mutavault, untap this turn. It would be an extra blocker for the situation. And I could try to tap this thing in combat. Tap. Can I still do this? Let Meddling Mage through to kill me. Well, this is my only choice. Well, we can... It's still not over. Well, actually, do I want this thing to go through? Maybe not. Oh no, but I have to. Everything else kills me.
Oh, went upstairs.
Whatever. It's just a human thing to do. Ah, we're dead. I don't know what they're playing with, but we're dead. That's good. Too bad we couldn't keep a 7-card hand. Okay, so Trickster, this, block. Chump. But we're just dead anyway. Okay, we'll just concede. Back to the drawing board. Change nothing. Oh yeah, I know our opponent mulligan, but they had like a really good start for their mulligan. We did not. We had a slow start. Wonder how much would have changed if we kept that Merfolk Trickster hand. But again, the problem is like these Spreading Seas are not that good. I wonder if Deprive is better than Spreading Seas, even though it sounds stupid. I can at least counter like Deputive Detention because it's a wizard. It's not actually a human. It's a Vidalcan wizard. I'd love to go first. So our opponent didn't sideboard. That was pretty quick.
got power.
No, well, yeah, but it's slow still. It's still slow.
You might have a slow start.
I'll tell you the
Well,
advantage with this. It will curve out because we have 4 lands in hand, but I'm gonna keep, but I'm not happy about it. Not happy. Why does this happen against humans? Like, why can't I have like a good hand against humans?
They mulliganed.
Yeah, they mulligan. Why can't like every single
They went
time?
5.
I still it doesn't even matter. If they go to 4, it matters. I will be convinced that they will have a really rubbish hand at 4 cards, no matter what it is.
Well, he's thinking.
I don't know. Every single time I'm up against humans, I always have like the most god awful, awkward hands. I've never had like a. Okay, in game 1 I had a good hand, but like, can I like keep that momentum up for the rest of the match? Why do I have to like have all these like really like I got Dismembers in this deck. I got Kumena Speakers. I got Ether Vial. Where are they? Like you're not like look how mana efficient they are. Like they always have mana efficiency. Now I have 4 lands, which I like, but I still didn't do anything on turn 1. So let's start drawing into gas.
Also, these canopies are.
Who do I show? I don't know, Merfolk Mistbinder. But unfortunately, it's going to give them a reason, something to name with. Oh, that's great. Canopies are not that good in this matchup because they're clunky and you take damage from them.
Yes, but no, but you can stack them for better things.
Yeah, but it still takes mana to do that. If we clog up the board and our opponent doesn't steamroll us, like they'll be good in the long run. Well, look at this; they're gonna take damage. Okay, that's gonna be interesting. This is gonna be an interesting dynamic. What the hell? Oh, they're gonna do the same thing again. They kept Thalia in their deck, which I mean I don't. Okay, so they are gonna name probably our Merfolk Mistbinder, which means Lord of Atlantis will get through. Yeah, Merfolk Mistbinder.
These people just can't guess at nothing.
So it's very interesting because they've got these pain lands here. I am definitely not using that. Well, we've got Master of Waves, which is good. So if they can interact with Master of Waves, we're in good shape. I regret playing this land. I like to play my lands on my second main phase. I will say one thing. This is this is much smoother than when I play on my own computer. So I wouldn't say I'm the beatdown, but I'm still gonna throw in an attack here because this is gonna put so much of hurt on them. I mean, soon enough, like the Ether Vial will be able to take over. Maybe right now Brazen Borrower would be a nice draw.
Yeah, that would be just brutal.
I have to say, this looks really colorful. The Silent Cleansing right next to the Waterlog Grove. What do you think of this?
It's good synergy.
That's artistic synergy right there. Same artist, John Yvonne. No, Seb Makinon. No, they look like they work together perfectly. Another one of these things. Damn, they might name Master of Waves with this one.
Or Master of Piltran.
Well, I will say, I do have Spreading Seas. Oh, they do name Master of the Piltran. Wrong Master!
They're all masters.
Phantasmal. Oh no! So this can name like Master of Waves. And they know it's scary.
Yeah, they named it the first time.
Yeah. Lord of Atlantis. Hilarious! They got all the lords out. Got all the lords out. So they're only going to attack with the champion of the parish, probably. You know what? How do you not do that? That's so weird. Alright! Hear the sound of waves because the master has arrived. You named all the masters except for the right master. Boom! So I can't attack with Silver Gilliduff because I guess that's their plan. So if they don't have Reflector Mage, we are in very good shape. Now these waterlogged groves might become something.
Upstairs with that vial.
Still at... Oh yeah, they can start drawing now like a card a turn. But at least if something's tapped, I can Spreading Seas it so I can like island walk past them. Alright. Just don't be Reflector Mage. Oh, it's the Lord. Well, they can't attack into us, right? What is this thing? Yeah. Other humans you control. Sacrifice 2 humans, destroy target creature with power 4 or greater. Great. Nothing's power 4 or greater. No more lords! Exile target card from an opponent's graveyard. You can't do that. Sacrifice 2 humans, destroy target. Okay, so that's good. So they can attack for like a big chunk of damage here. Well, not really. We can always chump block with elementals. So they're actually in a lot of trouble.
You still got 2 pain lands.
Yes. And I will Spreading Seas the one that's tapped so they can't sacrifice it in response.
No attacks.
Well, I don't think it matters. So we'll play this. We can attack for 6. I think I would like to see a Brazen Bar just so I can bounce something. Maybe Dismember would be okay to hit a Meddling Mage.
Also,
That's not bad. At least I can play it.
well, you now got Eland Walk.
Yes, I have Elin Walk, and I will attack with that Elin Walk.
So 1 card in hand.
This is lethal. So, like, if they Reflector Mage well, if they have Reflector Mage, they can always bounce the Lord of Atlantis at the right moment.
Does Reflector Mage use blue mana?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So I'd say just Spreading Seas the other.
Well, but it needs white mana. They don't have white mana. It doesn't matter, though. We'll just come into play with either vial.
Right.
Okay, so to play this other Spreading Seas or not... Well, I actually... No, I could. I could play it on this Waterlogged Grove.
And you can't sack it.
Okay, question. If I Spreading Seas this... Yes, they can't sack it. That actually matters. I Spreading Seas this. Reflector Mage bounces Master of the Pearl Trident. They can attack me for 7, 10, 16, 19 damage. So I can chump block with Lord of Atlantis. And I'm only attacking for 4 left. Ooh. Because the thing is, if I leave up Mutavault, I can block with it.
Yeah, maybe you should just play it safe like that.
But they don't have Reflector Mage. We know that. But they could draw it with Waterlogged Grove. And I want the card, and it's no guarantee that I can use this later.
If you need green mana for anything, I've got it now.
That's disappointing. Okay, let's see what happens. And I still can't really play a Lord. Well, I mean, I can't play it because Meddling Mage just locked them all out anyway.
3.
Yeah, there's something strategically
2.
good about this. I mean, all the 2-drops are locked out because the vial is on 3.
Yeah.
The vial's on 3 and they can't get... Whoa, this is a rare moment where maybe Spreading Seas did something. What a weird game. Was not pleased with my hand, but I'm pleased with the outcome. We have done it. We have beaten humans. Not a good matchup. Usually you need some good sideboard cards for this matchup. I have none. But even with that said, you gotta make the best you can with what you have. You know, just because you have a bad matchup does not mean that you're going to lose every game in that matchup. I didn't have high hopes going into this, but, you know, every so often you're still going to beat them anyway. Still play to the best of your ability. You never know what's going to happen. So that is our game for today. We're going to thank all my patrons supporting me on Patreon. We're also going to thank the ManaBase.com and the MTG Mastermind for being our sponsors. This has been Nikachu with his brother playing with Simic Merfolk in Modern.